Well, good morning or good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. Excuse me. I'm going to make a kind of tutorial of the Inner Percent Road and Any Truth Road of Stories the Path of Destinies, which is a game I like. First of all, really strange, I've made something quite strange. I started a new game. Let's go in the window to have the music. I started a new game and then I go back to the menu. So sorry, my game is in French. I watch the options. There is no way to change that. I think it would be better if the game would be in English. But well, nobody is perfect. I'm French. I will run in French and I will try to explain to you where you have to go to make the speed run. So I've started a new game. I watch the first cutscene, and when I have control of Reynardo, I go back to the menu like this. It will be important in the speedrun. So, stories, the Path of Destinies. I'm not going to speak that much of the game or the gameplay. I think if you're watching this video, you may have played the game. You may have understood what the game is. So, I'm not going to cover that. I'm just going to say that the game is really configuration dependent. If you have a good PC, you will have some shorter loading screens. If your PC is not that great, well, your loading screen will be long and maybe you won't be able to make the best time. On PS4, the loading screens are longer than on a good PC. But you can run on a PS4 if you want. Choose what suits you. Just to say, my PC is not the best. I made my current PB not at home. I was in a friend's house and he's got a way better PC than I do. And I asked him, may I play this game on your PC just to see if I can have a PB, and it was a free PB because the loading screen was already shorter. But just to say that, well, here I'm in the graphics option of the game. I'm playing Windows because I have some bug when I play full screen, and so window here, resolution you choose whatever you want. Here is the quality. I play high quality. Sometime, if I want to make a good time, I play low quality. I have the feeling that in low quality the loading screen are shorter, but I'm not exactly sure of that. I haven't timed it properly. It's really a feeling that in low quality and with a split, some with low quality, I do some golden segment more easily. So I have the feeling in low quality I made better time, but I'm not sure of that. And today I will play high quality because I'm not going to make a run of the game. Or well, I'm going to cover the game, but I will make some pause to explain some things throughout the game. I may die a lot. I try to play. Sorry, I have kind of a flu, so I may cough a lot during the run. Not a big deal, not that ill, but well, I may die a lot because I try to play this game and speak when I play, and I play bad when I speak. Playing and speaking at the same time. So I may die a lot, so it's not going to be a very good run, I think. So, I already started a new party. I go back to the menu, so now I'm going to start a new game. That's one of the disadvantage, drawback of this game. If you want to speedrun it, you will have to erase your save file. If you made 100%, if you have all the skill, you have to erase it to make the any percent or any truth. So you start a new game. Let's go because the cutscene is quite long. I can speak during the cutscene. Yeah, you have to start a new game. There is no other way. It would be good if this game have 2 or 3 save files, but it's not the case. Not the case. I have the game on PC and PS4. My PS4 is more when I want to play casually. So I have another save file, but I don't speedrun on PS4. So I'm not going to speak about the story of the game. I'm just going to say that there are a lot of cutscenes, a lot of unskippable cutscenes. Some of them are skippable, some of them are not skippable. I don't know why the developers choose to do that. That some will be able to skip and some of them not. I don't know. But this one we can skip.
Ever return. The ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Bernardo...
Maybe I will speed up the video when there's no interesting thing to hear when I will upload it.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid. Bernardo told the kid.
So, I didn't tell that, but don't start the timer. During the cutscene, you will start the timer when you take control of Renardo. I haven't launched my timer because it won't be a real run, so I think it's useless. So, 3, 2, 1, you start the timer and you have control of Renardo.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Bernardo said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right.
So this first tutorial just kills it. Two guys. Nothing major here. Then you will learn the parry. Parry can be important in the run. Parry will be important in the run. Okay, good one. It was a good fight. You can lose some time on this one if sometimes the Raven just don't want to attack you, so you can't parry them. And now we're going to learn the most broken move of the run. You won't see right now why it's broken. So I'm going to use this cutscene to say that in the run, there are a lot, at least in the any percent road, a lot of fight we will be able to skip by not triggering the trigger. I will highlight these fights, and if I do not manage to skip them, I don't know, maybe I will edit my video to put a clip just to show you how to skip the fight. Sometimes I fail skipping some fights. Sometimes some are hard to skip.
Where was Bernardo going to get a hero sword?
So, hero sword. There's 4 different swords in the game. And if you play any percent or any truth, you won't see them. You will just see the first one.
Hero sword. QED.
We don't have time to farm for the other swords.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook and she'd laughed at Bernardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Q, said Renato. Ah, ravens.
Here, I do this little move like that, because if I don't do that, sometimes the totem just doesn't appear. The totem appear, I have the feeling, only if you move. So I do some strange movement. Strange move.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Here you will have a Goggler. Don't care about him, you can take damage here. Because it will be the end of the tutorial and just after you will be full HP. this enemy.
The kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid ran for it, and a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
So yeah, you're supposed to go this way like that, but it will be the end of
It was unburned. Next to it, with a bucket
the end of the tutorial, and you will be full HP. So
kid-sized pile.
don't lose time. Just kill the goggler, take some damage. It's okay.
Lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels. The kid will be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive.
Peter died a lot. I killed Peter a lot because I met a lot of run of this game.
Let the
Poor
Empire
Peter.
now. He was going to have to go back. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway. What was the big deal about this book?
Now you'll be able to skip one cutscene here.
Find out.
So most important part of the run, there's a lot of routines that First Grim contribute a lot of that, and former speedrunners too. We have a lot of choice to make in the game. Of course, we will choose the faster choices, not the most logical one. But every time we will go to the fastest chapter.
The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost god.
Well, we couldn't talk about that because there's some tricky thing with the core and the Iblis Stone. We play Iblis Stones last because, well, not that important.
To save the rebellion.
And here, the fastest
Felt the heat of the
chapter is Lapino.
Raven ships peeled off. Not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky River.
And just after choosing Lapino, skip the cutscene.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he
Why am I trying to dash? I don't have the dash yet. The first two skills are locked. You can't choose the skill you want for the first two skills on the totem we saw earlier. The first one is the hook,
had everybody fled.
and then we will learn the dash just after. And then we will be able to choose our own skill, and once again we will choose a skill that make you our character faster.
The Ravens had taken the town. Renato had seen them.
So all these door with the sword,
All the people
special sword, we won't see them in this road.
Renato hoped the people were just hiding. He wasn't that good
Yet.
yet.
So why the grabbing is very powerful, I think I will explain it here. You grab, you throw, no, missed. You grab, come here. You throw and you kill, and you kill. You grab, you throw, you kill, and you kill. Stop your attack if you see a raven that is attacking you. You can easily stop what you're doing in this game. You can cancel your hit, your moves, if you want to parry another raven that is going to attack you behind you
The advance.
or next to you,
He'd better get moving.
which is a good thing.
They got to
This is something I like in this game.
for
You
breakfast.
can easily cancel what you are doing.
A snack. Ravens weren't picky. They got hungry.
But so
Interrogate their prisoners.
in this game, when you stun an enemy, the next hit he will take, he will die.
Completely.
And grabbing an enemy, you can stun two ravens. That's why it's really broken, this move.
The more he'd probably.
You grab, you throw, you kill, and you kill. So in the speedrun, the quickly you stun your enemy, the better time you will do. So when you throw a raven, you want to hit another raven. I have a dash now. Here we can take some speed. So if you miss your throwing and you don't stun another Raven, you lose a little time. And sometimes the other Raven make you lose little time because they attack you.
And bloody, Renato finally reached the field. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle.
So we skip and we listen to Lapino, we listen to this plan, man, but we won't follow his plan, we will go to the Sky Reaper here.
Greatest general who also
It's not logical because we have the Sky Reaper just before, but we won't be logic, we will be fast.
could still get to the core of
And this chapter, the core, is one of the fastest one. Every time we can choose this chapter, we will do it because it's really quick. A really quick one. And you skip. I always, it's a B button on the Xbox controller to skip.
beautiful here.
Even if it's an unskippable dialogue or cutscene, I push B by reflex, and
He missed the man.
at least I'm sure I won't miss a skippable cutscene. Well, and you know in this game you can farm chests. We won't see them, so the road I take is the route I'm taking is the fastest one. And I won't farm the level to have a better sword.
There was
So if you don't remember how we continue the game,
ruptured over something
you can watch this run,
long time.
but you can watch another speedrun of the game if you want. Sometimes it's good to wait that a Raven come close to you to be sure you'll hit him. You'll hit it. And I like to throw a Raven when another Raven is attacking me.
Renato felt
Oops.
the forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds. He didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick.
I like this fight. It was my favorite fight of my favorite arena.
A bad feeling about this. Renato thought,
It's big enough. I can see the enemy. It's one of the problems of you could have in this game is that sometimes you won't see where the Raven are because they are out of the screen. So sometimes it's hard to throw a Raven to another Raven, but because you don't see them. Another thing, when you're close to the end of the fight, go to the end of the arena to get out of the arena quicker.
said Lapino.
I'm going to speak about the dash too. I've got something weird with the dash, but I will explain it a little later. So we will choose the outpost here.
Shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lapino got the core and then broke it?
No, which was Lapino? What could go wrong with Lapino?
Or worse, was Renato ready to take that risk?
We are ready to take that risk.
Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
We won't see the scientists that much in the run because their chapter is one of the longer one.
As Lapino
Let's take some speed here.
the Nexus, Renato
Maybe I'm going to talk about my dash
had a baby.
in this chapter. Maybe I'll be able to show you something weird.
And he'd never come
Not that weird, but
But Renato was relieved not to carry
Okay.
the core anymore.
yeah, I have it.
Feeling better. And who
Yeah.
knows, maybe this time the
I don't know why,
right.
but sometimes
Take the outpost.
when I dash in the stairs, Renato dash,
Locations in the sector.
and sometimes not. He stop his dash. Well, I have to wait here. I will talk about that later because here, first fight to skip. I'm going to try to skip it. If I fail the skip, I will edit my video to. Oh, I'm not in the screen anymore. I will edit my video. So you open the door with a sword, and you go left. You try to be stuck on the left. You can dash to break this thing. And here we are skip a fight. Of course, when you will speedrun this game, I have to put my chair better place to be Okay, move my webcam. When you will speedrun again, you will go faster than that. I try to play safe to be sure I will skip this fight. It's not a long fight, but it's sometimes gain. So in the 80% round, we will skip a lot of fight because we will repeat the same chapter all over again. You see, I can't dash here, and I don't know why. Sometimes Ronaldo just dash in the stairs. I think if you watch my PB, Ronaldo dash in the stairs, and I don't know why. Sometimes he just don't dash in the stairs. I don't know why. And well, when Ronaldo don't want to dash in the stairs, but I lose sometimes. I think it's something with the configuration of the PC, but sometimes on my PC, Ronaldo just dash properly in the stairs, and sometimes not. I thought it was something with the low quality, but I tried in low quality just before, and even in low quality, sometimes he doesn't dash in the stairs. So I don't know. Why he didn't want to come? Okay, new enemy. I'm going to talk about the magician. I call them the magician. I'm not going to kill him. Yeah, okay. I killed him by reflex. The problem with the magician, when you hit them, they TP at the other side of the arena, so they can be annoying. If the last... Okay, I can skip that. If the last enemy of the fight is a magician, you will make a hit, he will go elsewhere, you will make a hit, he will go elsewhere, and then he will die. And so I try to kill the magician quite quick when there is one in the arena, because I don't want to go here and there in the fight. So if you throw a Raven and he's stunned and you kill the magician, it's okay, you don't lose time. I'm going to... No Lapino. Lapino has been captured, but don't save Lapino here. If you save Lapino here, it's not a big deal. You can continue. Because sometimes when you go there, sometimes the cutscene is not over and I push down and it's not active. I've never failed to choose this one, but that could happen because I pushed down too early and I'm still on Lapino. So you see these loading screens. On some good PCs, they're just not here.
And dead civilians. The Ravens were killing everything in sight. Renato was relieved to see no rebels among the dead. Maybe the secret base was still
Here you can do whatever you want. You just have to wait. Okay, what? I have a bug. Okay, it was Renato was walking strange. Sometimes you have some bugs in this game when you spread already out. Not that much, and they are not that annoying. I've never had a bug that killed my drone. Okay, go fast here. Okay. Don't kill the other. This one is easier. It's more safe here. Don't be afraid of this one. Well, be afraid, because if he touch you, it's a lot of damages on your character. But you can go just try it and avoid his shot. I don't like this fight because of the pole. A magician will appear behind the pole. This one. The thing with the magician too is with their spell. It damages on the enemies too. A lot of damages. But I don't want the magician to finish his spell. It's dangerous. I took a shot, but not a big deal. So I try to kill the magician quite fast, so that I won't be annoyed by this his area spell. When you see that circle on you, there is a magician. You can cancel the magician spell just by hitting him if he's close to hit you, to launch his spell, so that you know you're safe. Or you throw a Raven to his face and it works too. Magician doesn't have a lot of HP.
They would put the weapon
So this one, you can't skip it.
in a cavern, she promised, where its poison could harm no one. They would heal him if they could, she said. No, it's a weapon now. We need one. I'll lead the charge. It will kill you, croaked the speaker. I guess
There are some strange noise behind me. I don't know if you hear that. It's because of my washing machine.
When all this is over, she said, we'll name our new capital city for you. He flew towards the Imperial fleet.
Okay, the final chapter, you will play it a lot in the inner percent road, and there are some fights to skip here.
Behind him, the rebels were charging. If he failed, they would die. And so the final battle began.
And it's the final battle for the any truth, but not for the any percent road.
Everything hurt. It was unpleasant to fight this way. We need to
So here we have the core, and the core is
he felt weaker.
is damaging us,
More fire.
but it will stop at 30 HP. And it's not a problem here because there are not a lot of mobs, so if we lose HP, it's okay. We don't need more skills here, so we will skip that. And here you have
He'd been captured.
something to skip. I'll try to
Oh,
skip
ran out of
it.
time of smoking now.
I'm going slow.
Fleet.
Oh, I'm
He
not.
hoped this wouldn't take long.
Okay. I think it's good. Yeah, it skipped. I skipped this one too. And so this fight, as we will in the 100% road at least, we will skip it 5 times
Always wanted a
because we will play this level 5 times. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about.
but it would do.
And so the core is helping us in this chapter. So another fight to skip here. The easiest one. So don't fail when you said that. You just have to do that and it skip. Here I go here. First shot. And I go here. And it's safe. And it will work in this 5 times you do this chapter. Well, not a good cycle. I have to wait for the boat.
If they were going to name a capital city after him, well, he just wished he had a better name. Where was Lupino?
And what is funny is that it's the exact same boat, but this one,
Lupino had gotten them into this mess.
you can't skip it. You can go to the right if you want to. You can try it. Won't be able to skip it.
Exploded in its days, and with every heartbeat it grew brighter.
So here,
Die.
just go fast.
He would die every
Hook dash, and it's okay.
spectacularly, changing history like the legendary.
So in the 80% road, this fight just after will be the last fight, and I will highlight you where you have to make the time. Oh, okay. This one. It's okay. I like this slow motion thing. Yeah, I'm going to explain that. The one with the shield, if you try to hit him, that won't work. Yeah, you have a shield. I made a turn, I grab the other one, and I throw the Raven to the shield to the shield one. Okay, the core is fighting the one. There is another one with a shield, but the core take care of that. And the time for the any truth. Just wait for it.
Renato fell to his knees. The
Time.
Emperor's bodyguards
When the screen is changing,
before his ship,
it's the time.
fierce ravens all.
And well, there will be something important. Now we go back to the any percent. Any truth is over. So we go back to the any percent road, and there will be something important just after the cutscene.
Zenobia, the ship, all burst into flames.
I hope it will work because
and grew
sometimes it just doesn't work.
So they had one, after all. The core grew brighter. He shielded his eyes, but he could still see it through his sleeves and through the flesh of his arm. And then he felt heat, as the fire grew to consume both fleets. And then he felt nothing.
So you know, every chest you will make, Ronaldo will die, or even the world will die.
He just died.
There is only bad ending here. So, you're here, you wait for the save to end on the upper right corner.
It was still burning.
Okay, it's good. So you see, there is a long cutscene here with the narrator. He's explaining what's going on. Don't listen to that. You go there. You go back to the menu. Go back to the menu. Okay. And after the loading, you continue game. Continue the party. No new game, you continue. And you've skipped something like 40 seconds cutscene. And as I said at the beginning of the tutorial, I launched a party. I started a party just because of that. Because if I don't start a party and I go back to the menu and I start another one, the go back to the menu doesn't appear when I do pause. I think we can quit the game and make continue. I never tried that. But if we quit the game and then continue, I think that should work. But by doing this strat of launching a game, a new party, a new game, watching the cutscene, I have control of Leonardo, I go back to the menu, I start a new game, it's okay. It works. So here, as I said, we are going to make the faster choice. We are going to make almost the same choices. Just one will change to have another truth. We have to unlock 4 truths to have the true ending. And here, to unlock another truth, a different truth, we will change just one choice. Parry. I made a double parry here. I'm quite happy. It's not that easy to do.
We're frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Renato had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's call that the Emperor's
Okay, here,
ritual sacrifice.
take that. Take that because now with your hook, you'll be able to grab the shield of your enemy, as you can see on the image. But I think you need at least one stamina bar to be able to do that. And with your second point, you have 2 points here. Buy some more stamina. More stamina, it's more dash. And you go there. I'm going to talk on the next fight just a little about the shield enemy. I'm not going to kill them on purpose. Okay, there's 2 shield here. So I try to don't kill them. I can parry them if they attack me. So you see here, there is 2 enemies with shields. There is a problem. For the game, even I've just buy a skill that allow me to destroy that shield, the game doesn't check that. The game is thinking, well, there is no normal Raven. The player can't kill these 2 enemies. So what the game is going to do is going to spawn new Ravens. Oops. Another Raven has spawned. Let's kill one of them. Okay. Another Raven has spawned. Well, I think you've understood now. I'm going to kill this. All that just to say that when there is some shield enemies on the arena, I try to kill them fast. Not necessarily the first one to be killed, but I don't want the last enemy to be one with a shield, so that no other will spawn. No other enemy will spawn. Generally, if there is an enemy with a shield is the last enemy with a shield, if the last enemy of the fight is one with a shield, you'll have time to hook him and to kill him before an enemy spawn. But just to be safe, I try to kill them fast enough so that they're not here anymore on the fight.
Ready to take on Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving.
Just buy some more stamina.
Eating for breakfast. Or snack.
Oops. Oh no, it's okay. So once again, we go see Lapino and we will choose the core. Oops. Did I... Is my controller still plugged? There was a strange noise on my PC.
His only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Oh yeah, it just can destroy the world. Okay, my controller is okay. I was a little afraid, but it's okay. Just don't move too much when you're speedrunning this game.
Beautiful here,
No, it's
thought Renato.
don't listen to that.
He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He missed
Oops.
the mad rabbit. But something was not quite right.
Okay, I can't dash in the cell today. No, kill this one, please, Ronaldo. Okay. Sometimes Ronaldo just don't eat the one you want to be eat.
Something
Sour in the air.
like the earth had ruptured over something that had been
okay.
fermenting for a very long time. Who needed bridges anyway?
It's okay. Yeah, generally, it's a good cycle to just go straight and
All over.
not being hit by the goggler.
Palpable sick.
Here there is. I don't want to call that a skip,
It would look like the
but you're supposed to have a sort of riddle puzzle game with the lever. You have to activate some lever, but you can do that.
you didn't count the ravens.
And sometimes you're not being hit. You don't have to activate this lever too. You can hook. Oh,
I'm getting a bad
Please?
feeling about this.
I was too far away.
Renato thought
I took a lot of
he
hit.
was right.
Well,
Maybe
I don't have a lot of HP here.
coming here.
Well, let's do this fight, and I will talk about that.
Just agree to disagree, said Renato. No?
Oh, it was completely missed this one. Okay, it's a shield one, but I hook him, and no time to spawn for the other one. So you see, even if the last enemy is a shield one, generally it's okay. You have enough time to kill him.
He held the radiant.
So I was speaking. I don't have a lot of HP. I completely failed the fire part of this chapter. You can go fast in the fire chapter, even if we take some damages. Not a big deal.
Attack the Imperial outpost.
But what I wanted to say is that this game, some HP is hidden of thing you can crush. Generally, in grind, even if I'm low HP, I don't grind for the. I don't try to find some more HP. Generally, all the chapter you're able to do them without being hit or being hit not that much, so you don't die. And even if you die, I think you don't lose that much time in this game because you just spawn where you die.
It was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
So even if I'm really low HP, I don't try to find some HP. Maybe I do it today just because it's a tutorial. Maybe I don't want to die. I don't know.
As Lupino vanished into the wilds of the Nexus,
Maybe it's a good way to show you that HP can be hard to find,
his daughter, didn't he?
and that
Told her mother he was going out to get some Easter eggs.
you see nothing here, so does it worth it
Not to carry the
to break
core
it?
anymore. He was already feeling better. Who knows? Maybe this time Lupino would get it right. And if Renato could take the outpost, he'd have access
You don't need other skill points here. What you have, it's okay. So keep your skill points.
Renato's blood.
Nothing here.
He just
Don't
needed
take
to
the chest.
smash something.
Okay, here I have some. You see, I lose a little time just to recover 30 HP. I don't think it's worth it. Go away. Oh, really strange. Magician didn't TP. I think he didn't have enough place to TP, so he was stuck just behind of me, which is a good thing.
Renato caught his breath. His
Well, okay, you cross the thing and you okay. This one was good,
He let the armature slip
but I don't think it's worth it.
to save his friend Lupino. Of course he had to let Lupino take the core. The rebellion needed every
If you take some it early in the chapter, well,
would be no good taking
try to not being hit anymore. It's possible to do that, to not being hit anymore. Why am I crossing that? New enemy, and it's the enemy I hate the most. I call them the Kamikaze. Please come here. I have to wait for him. But he doesn't want to attack me. Well, the Kamikaze, the first hit they take, they go underground and they explode. Oops. So when a Kamikaze is on the ground, just don't hit him because it will deal you a lot of damages. A really lot of damages. So when one is on the ground, just go away, fight away. The thing is that the Kamikaze, when you grab them and you throw them, you can kill a lot of enemies. But if you're too close, you take the damage too. A lot of damage. I can skip. No, I can skip this one. This one we will go see Lapino. Yeah, the Kamikaze, you can throw them, but it's really dangerous. Generally, I don't do that. I think it's too dangerous. But if you feel confident enough, do it, because you can kill a lot of enemies because of the explosion. But you know, in the arena that are short, that are shallow, you are here, an enemy is here, you throw, and you are in the explosion generally. There is a skip in the mountain. It is really, really hard. I don't know if I will have it. Oops. Okay, it was close. He was close to finish his spell. Oh, this one is not dead. Okay. I really like the narrator in the game. I have the feeling I'm not alone, but someone is watching what I'm doing and is commentating what I'm doing. That wasn't the one I wanted to... Okay. Just cancel this move. Okay, it didn't TP, it's a good thing. No! Okay. It was a strange fight, but it was an okay fight. I didn't get hit. Sometimes when you parry and the Raven fall, he stun another one. It's quite funny. And you can stun two enemies with a parry sometimes. It's quite good when you manage to do that. But throwing an enemy is the best way to stun two enemies in a row.
But what was this rebellion for anyway? Lapino was a useless goof.
In terms of fighting strategy, I won't say I have the fastest because I don't think I have the fastest one. I'm quite safe, I would say. And maybe it's not the best speedrun strategy. So if you have your own, fight as you want to fight. Okay, the skip will be here. And it's quite hard. It's here. I have it! Okay. You see here, I activate the lever to be safe, but what you're supposed to do, you activate the lever, a wall goes down so that the fireball goes like that. If the wall is, the fireball just hit the wall and don't pass, the lever make the wall go down, and the fireball goes that, and all the ice balls that are here are destroyed. There is a really tiny pixel where you can hook the pole without breaking the ice pole. Yeah, the ice pole are here, and there are some... Okay, I think I'm safe here, yeah. The ice pole are here, and generally you can't take the pole. The pole is blocked by the ice pole. But there is a really tiny pixel where you can hook the pole without breaking the ice. I activate the lever because if I fail this skip, at least the fireball can pass and it's then I can grab the pole normally. I think this one would be unskippable. Yeah, it is unskippable.
At the end of the mountain path, Renato came to a clearing. There was a campfire.
And well, this we will go, I think, 2 or 3 times in the mountains. So we will have some some other opportunities to fail it.
Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense of humor. Then he saw what he had hoped never to see: fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged and bloody, ravens would eat anything. By Grandpa's hammer! Renato screamed at the sky. I will avenge you! The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, clouds were dark with Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
So final chapter, the flying boat. It will be the same skip.
Poor Lapino had never been a great
So some more opportunities to fail the strat.
The thought of ravens eating him made Renato furious. The way they were eating up the land, the way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new, bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay. The portal was
So I'm going.
guarded. It must go
Okay, I'm going a little faster. It's not the fastest one, but just to show you, you can do that faster than I did in the first chapter, the first truth. It was close. So when you have the Kamikaze on the ground, I just go away. And sometimes other ravens go themselves to the explosion, so I gain sometimes
given up every objective.
in an energy way. So here and here, and it's safe. We don't care of this chest. There's nothing major. We don't have time to farm enough minerals to have new swords. Maybe sometimes it's HP, I don't know. So we can't skip this one. Okay, it's a shield here. No, I wanted the other one. No, I'm already... okay. It's better. Yeah, the beginning of the fight was not quite good. Oops, no, it's okay. So, last fight of the truth and last mob.
What were these poles exactly?
Here.
Parking
Generally, here I can dash. I missed the raven. Yeah, I missed the raven. I wanted to grab the raven, but I attack. Okay. So this one are other magician, but they don't work at all like the other one. Oops. Okay, the shield is on the ground. It's a good thing. While this new magician, they can't hit you. If the last enemy of the fight is this magician, he can do nothing to you. He won't attack you. You can kill him safe. But he's able to heal the other raven and to upgrade them. And when the raven are upgraded, they are a kind of blue aura around them, and they're really tough. They deal a lot of damages if they hit you, the upgraded raven.
flung himself at the ravens. Oh, you shouldn't have, said Lapino when the last raven was down. Renato threw his arms around his best friend. I had to come. I love you, man. You really, really shouldn't have. said Lapino. And Renato felt a rather sharp pain in his back. As he collapsed, Lapino took the dagger out of Renato's back and wiped it off on Renato's sleeve. Why? You always have to be the hero. Brave Renato, epic Renato, super sexy Renato, and I'm sick of it. But I loved you. And you thought I was the idiot, said Lapino as Renato died.
Poor Renato.
Renato
Lapino was a traitor. So once again,
still alive.
don't do it too quick. Wait for the save.
Only flying away from burning Ubar.
Save, upper right.
That adventure.
Save is over. You can go here. And you can mash A because it's on continue game already.
Parted over
So you can mash the button to
it was time to
continue the game. But wait for the save to be over. And then pause, go back to menu and continue game. And you skip something like 40-second cutscene.
pieces of the Sky Ripper had served.
So, goodbye Lapino. We will discover some new chapter now. And we will choose a core.
How to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yeah, we can.
As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit
Oops,
curious.
it's this way.
Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it.
You have the button to skip, but you can't skip here. Okay. Here I generally play safe.
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to stare?
Oh, I'm lucky here.
Smug.
I'm lucky because generally the two gogglers spawn one next to another and you really have to wait. No, no, I'm not lucky. It's when they spawn next to one another. The two don't watch you
What monstrous weapon
and you can kill them safe. So here,
Sky Ripper could destroy anything.
buy stamina. You have 2 points, you buy stamina. More stamina, more dash.
As the transcendent emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died.
I don't know why sometimes the two gogglers spawn one next to another. Oh. Okay. Oh no, I haven't been hit. Okay, you have some... There was a lot of kamikaze here. So some fights are scripted and some other not. So some fights you will always have the same ravens, and some fights will be a little RNG. And here it was a fight with a lot of kamikaze. So for each fight you have to adapt yourself. And when you see the raven spawn, you have your own strategy for this particular fight. I don't like this part. I do here. I'm really safe here because here you can die. You can just die by crossing the eye of a goggler. Here, I take this one. I launch it here. Sometimes you can kill the tree. But here the movement of the raven was quite strange. Here, easy puzzle. One here, and it's solved. I didn't talk about that, but when you have dash, just dash. You don't need other skills in this chapter.
There it was. Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineer's dream. How is it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, There was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now...
Yeah, the narrator saying meeting Zenobia now would make no sense. It makes sense for the it makes sense for the speedrun because it's the fastest choice.
He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Don't be logic, be fast.
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news.
So the next fight is scripted. It will be always the same Raven, and I don't like that. I don't like this fight.
Solely
Because there are two Kamikaze, one here.
it would be great to see her. Even if they
It's okay.
faced off across sword points as they did
It's
so many
okay.
times at school. The world
Okay,
was
it
a
was-
less interesting place without her.
Oh, this one is looking at me.
Who are you looking at? Oh, right. No,
Yeah, I'm losing a bit of time here. But I try to be safe here because really these enemies, it's a full lot of damage. It would be okay here, yeah.
Renato wasn't entirely sure how you
If you feel confident enough to go faster here,
she'd be
just try it. But I have a lot of deaths
cook up a clever
on this part by being too
hadn't got the core.
risky.
Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets
Here,
were familiar.
I go there and I launch a hook because it's always two enemies with shield here. So with the hook, I grab one shield.
He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well.
Okay,
No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
he was annoying me. This one, okay. When two here is attacking you at the same time, and you can just parry one, it's almost sure you will beat it.
Slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, that makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
It's a trap.
Yes, it's a trap.
I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the
So go face to face with the Emperor.
maybe he could assassinate him.
Maybe we
But
could.
maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
That won't work. Well, this won't work either, but it's faster.
It was a short, safe landing. At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost. She'd never expect him to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. You never knew with her. There was an inscription.
Praise the
Praise
sun.
the sun.
Maybe I played a little too much of this game. Magician here. Oh, okay. Stop annoying me. Okay, it's a death. It was really not a good fight here.
And he was just dead.
It was not a good fight. I missed the shield and it was completely... And now it's far better. There is a thing with the deaths I should talk about here. You see my HP, it's 80. When I started the fight, I had 80 HPs. So when you lose on your first fight,
At least not without taking it
when you respawn, you have the HP you had just before dying.
post personally.
The other fight, when you die, it's not the case. You will have a half bar. You have 50 HP.
Didn't want their things broken.
But the first death, if you have a full health bar, you will respawn with a full health bar. So the first death is not that punishing. But of course, if there is no death in your run, it's better.
All of the
I think in my baby I have no death. No, I have one death on the Goggler, I think.
It had drawn the Emperor out of the safety of his
I
fleet.
have been too risky.
Bernardo could
I don't remember. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
and in a few sword strokes, he could win the war. But the Emperor would be surrounded by his elite guard. Bernardo wondered if there was anything he could say.
Yeah, I took some time. Yeah, I play safe.
More. Words instead of the sword?
I could have been faster. I always forget this true. The fight is not over. Yeah. Two spawns here when you kill the last enemy. I don't remember what is going on in this cutscene, but I don't think Ronaldo is killing the Emperor. No, he's not killing him because we will see him in the final cutscene. But I don't remember what is going on in this cutscene.
Well, that's a job well done.
But we will go back to the
Now
mountain, I
fleet's
think.
also in disarray, but maybe he could find
Yeah.
a mountain.
Yeah.
She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown. It was time to report to the rebel council, and then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet. He wondered if he should have just told her the truth about her father. The Emperor had adopted her from a stray. That was the source of all her loyalty. But even then, he'd been dreaming of a bargain with the lost gods. They alone could make him immortal. The Emperor would have to seal that bargain with the life of someone who truly loved him. And who else truly loved the Emperor? But how could Ronaldo tell her that now? Why would she ever believe him?
You see some Raven. Okay, I was talking. Playing this game is not easy, but you see that some Raven has a blue aura around them.
The funny thing was,
Okay,
she should have
nothing
trusted
here.
him. He told her the
Once
truth.
again, don't farm HP.
The truth.
Not worth it.
All right. The truth was, he'd played her like a fiddle.
It's really just for the tutorial. I'm trying to find some HP.
Smart. Smarter than him, really. For a moment,
Oops.
he wished that somebody had been watching.
And yeah, it was an upgraded Raven that hit me and a lot of damages. I think I had 80 just before the damage. Oh no, he has the shield. Go away. You're annoying me, you. Okay. Not the best fight, but it was funny. So, will I have the ice pole once more?
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
That's a lot of people. Oops. So I activate the lever. No, here it didn't work. So I have to wait the ice to be broken.
Fortunately, the
I
Emperor thought it was
think it was not that
trusted his own daughter.
far away to pass it, to have it,
Better if he'd planned.
but it didn't work. Oh, it's a good thing that it didn't work. At least you see, it's not a huge time gain if you have it.
Zenobia demanded.
But it's always a good thing, you know, to have this tiny pixel.
Loyal. So what? You're a bastard, Renato, she said. Now you love that about me.
I like how they translated the B word, bastard, in French.
Yep.
It's a nice word in French.
You get all that? She said to the far speaker.
It's not a swear word.
To spot.
The translation, I don't know if the game have been translated in a lot of languages like Spanish, Italian, Russian. I don't know which language each people are playing.
The old
But the French translation is quite good,
how had he missed it?
which is not always the case in video game, but this one is quite good.
Back in her father's good graces farfarer.
Flying boats?
Briefly, Renato thought of fleeing. The odds were surely against him. Never tell me the odds, he told himself. Odds confused him. He preferred to trust his gut. And so he sailed on to attack the fleet. Alone, if necessary. There were not many rebels here, and they were disorganized. The Empire had obviously attacked the secret base. The formerly secret base, whose location Renato had so helpfully pinpointed on a map. There was still time to turn around, wasn't there? But Renato hated turning around. Heroes don't turn around, they just own their struggles and turn them into impossible victories, right?
You can dash, it's safe to dash. I didn't do that before because I wanted to show you how to skip the fight.
There was a sign.
But you can dash.
Take the goat across first.
I don't know what is what reference is. Oops. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen he was attacking me. Oh, I really don't have a lot of HP here. I'm almost death. This one, I think I never failed to skip this one.
The odd thing was, Renato's personal battle was going
Very easy to
The Ravens
skip
immediately in
it.
front of him were no quicker or tougher than usual. Where was the power of the core? Blasting
Yeah,
them off
nothing
the Iblis.
here.
And where was Zenobia?
Yeah, I think it's always minerals here. I'm not sure.
But whatever it wasn't his problem. Not yet, anyway. It was all going surprisingly well. If you get this right,
Okay.
Imperial Army run out of Ravens.
As you see, when a fight starting at the point of the game, I launch the hook because very often there is a guy with a shield, so I take his shield and it's not a problem anymore. Here it was a Kamikaze, and the Kamikaze made a lot of damages in the arena, so he helped me. It was a good thing. I was afraid when I saw it was a Kamikaze, because grabbing a Kamikaze with the hook is not a good thing. Go away if you do that. Grab and just dash in another way because he would explode at your face. But yeah, it was a good Kamikaze. Well, he was on my side. So I hook. Oh, it was close to... It's okay. The one with the exclamation mark was close to attacking me, it was just next to me. It's really hard to parry an enemy that is just next to you when he's going to attack you. Really short time frame to parry when it was just next to you. But it was okay here. And I was 20 HP, so if he had hit me, it would have been a death at the end of the fight. So it would have been a huge time left on a grind session or in a marathon. In the marathon, I don't think there is some marathon strat because, as I said, if you're low HP, just die. I think dying is quicker than farming HP. I have the feeling that dying is quicker than farming HP. Of course, the quickest thing is not die. Don't lose HP. But I think if you are 20 HP, just don't farm HP. Just take a death and spawn back where you died. I think it depends if you die at the end of a fight. This fight was quite long, so if I died at the end of the fight, it would have been a huge time loss. I don't know. But well, I don't farm HP when I grind the game. So wait for the save. Save over. Go back to the menu. And now, the Iblis Stone chapter.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple
I would love to run this game in a marathon because plenty of time to speak about donation. Do I have time for donation? You have 3 cutscenes for donation.
Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong...
I think the Iblis Stone chapter we do it last because it's the safest one. When you have the Iblis Stones, you can gain HP quite easily. So when you are being hit in the Iblis Stones truth, you can recover HP quite easily. So we do it last because here we have a lot of enemies, powerful enemies, and tough fights. So having the Iblis Stone with us for the final truth is quite good.
Only a righteous man could give away.
But we won't have the Iblis Stones throughout all the chapter. Here we don't have the Iblis Stones yet.
Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now.
So of course we are in a kind of beat them all. So we have the lift fight.
Everybody who wants to die, raise your weapon. All right.
Okay. I try to parry the... Okay, 2 shields. Not a good thing. Okay, I kill big for another spawn. Oh, a kamikaze here. Oh, I was afraid. I was afraid he would hit the kamikaze instead of the other one, but it's okay.
Already here, clawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't time to...
Here! I'm used to take the skill right now. You don't have to do that. You don't have to buy them because, in fact, you will... what is interesting in the speedrun is this skill. This skill is really important for the speedrun. This one, it's not that effective right now. You won't use them really in the speedrun. It really is this, so it's really this skill that is important. So, but you can't unlock it now. So if you want to skip this totem, you can. I just when I see the exclamation mark on the totem, I'm used to go to it and to buy these 2 yellow skill. But you don't have to do that. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. They are not that useful in the run, the skill I've just unlocked. I don't like this fight because the arena is quite big and a lot of Raven are out of the screen. Kamikaze on the ground. Kamikaze on the ground. Ooh, it was close. And one kamikaze killed the final. Good! It was a good fight. I liked it fight. So once again, you have some puzzle game with... not here, with lever, but we will take care of the lever.
What else could you hook?
And if you took some hit here, it's not a big deal because just after you will have the Iblis Stones, and gaining HP when you have the Iblis Stones in the next chapter is quite easy. So you can go fast here, even if you are being touched by the fireball, it's okay.
The Sky Ripper destroyed everything, and Lapino was a filthy traitor. Using a stone name for an evil god seemed unwise.
No shield? Ah, yeah, there's a shield here. Here I go right. Okay, I looted a little time. It's okay if you're being hit by the fire. It's a lot of HP down, but it's okay.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with Tomb Raiders.
Oh, why did Renato block?
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He will be cursing a blue streak.
I've never heard this line. First time I hear this line. So here you have a puzzle game with lever, but we don't care. And you can take some hit, it's okay. Don't stress, don't freak out. Even if you're low HP, it's okay.
It was a stone
Because of the Iblis Stones.
blackness. It reflected no
Well, don't die in the first chapter sometimes I just take too much hit and I die in the first chapter, which is really annoying because just after this chapter, you're safe with the Iblis Stone. Even if it's a hard truth to unlock because it's the last truth, with the Iblis Stones, it's really safer.
Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Renato wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
So here, after the Iblis Stones, the core. Really fast chapter, the core. So if we have the opportunity to take it, we take it.
Renato had a rare feeling of regret.
Here, it's on the left. Not that on the left. Here.
Himself as Zenobia's island. He
I was too early on the left.
He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Food School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself.
So the first fact of this chapter is a good fight to gain some HP with the Iblis Stone.
Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. Come over here.
Come over here. So you see, I started with low HP and now I'm full HP.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. Whispered the stone. Are you afraid of it? It chuckled. It isn't stable. If a poison inside just carry it, and if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head.
Don't trust rock that talk in your head. If you have a rock talking in your head, there are some problems here.
He had defeated the demonic gem with
Not that
the power of
much.
his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus.
Yeah, we are going to do that.
To the enemy. But among the huge crystals,
No, scientists are too slow. We don't like scientists.
Wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
I'm not wise.
The Nexus was infested with ravens, but that didn't bother Renato. With each death, the converted Iblis Stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't one. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
Come on. I saw you. Not a good fight at all. Not a good fight at all, but with without the Iblis Stone I would have been dead. But I did not did a great fight. Something, I don't know, I missed something and just after it was a I don't know how to say it in English, but I missed one thing and then I missed another thing. I missed another thing. I didn't manage to recover, and I made a really bad fight. But it's okay. I didn't die. And I have plenty of opportunity to gain my HP back. And you see, where is he? I missed him. You see, even if you do a very bad fight in this chapter, just after you can go full HP.
To the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow. There was a far speaker toad here. He called the council speaker, and she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss, and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the far speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato.
It said,
If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
You've got a switch for Zenobia.
Zenobia. She missed him. She loved him. Once she saw how awesome he'd become, maybe she'd join him. They'd kiss and well, if she did refuse for some reason, he was no match for him now.
And we choose Zenobia, the mountain. Here.
So where was this ambush? Renato couldn't wait. At Sword Fu school, she'd always studied a little harder, practiced a little longer, complained really a lot less. Then she'd become a sorceress.
Where are you going, you?
He'd always known he'd have to take her by surprise.
Oh, something strange here. I think it was a bug. I killed a raven that didn't spawn. I have a feeling. Is that a Kamikaze? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm losing some time because I killed the Kamikaze last, but I haven't seen it was Kamikaze on the other side of the screen. The other thing with Kamikaze is when with zeros on ground, you have some time to wait before they explode. That's why it's also a good thing to throw them, because when you throw them, they die, they explode instantly. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Don't lose a lot of HP here, because then you won't have the Iblis Stone anymore. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not doing a great chapter here. But I thought I would have been dead a lot more in my tutorial, because when I tried to explain the game to someone I was playing and explaining, I took a lot of deaths. More than 10.
Everything glowed a little bright. How white the snow was, and how very blue the raven blood was.
Is it the last?
Where was she? He wanted to
Yeah.
try his new strength against hers. Look, it's not personal, but lost was terrible.
So, Renardo, 1, Ice Ball 1. Let's see if this is work this time. But I'm happy I've shown it once in the tutorial, because not that easy to have.
Elifa? That was you.
Okay, I have it, but I took some hits. But I have it.
Found a source of great power. But instead of joining with the rebels, he was on a
So Renardo 2,
Gogglers' doorhead.
Ice Ball 1.
The rebels were preparing
I think we go in the mountain in the final chapter.
counting on Renato to show up in
It
time.
may be a draw.
At the end of the path was Zenobia. I thought you were
I think it's this one. I don't know how I did it, but once I was speedrunning the game, I managed to skip this cutscene. Yeah, it was this one. I managed to skip this cutscene, which is normally unskippable.
we make a great
So if this happened to you, it's a very good thing.
I'm
excited? Oh, come on. What else are you here for? That, she said. As a
So she's going to steal the Iblis Stone, and we won't have it for the final chapter. So for the final chapter,
Zenobia?
do some normal fight. Don't take some hits.
Zenobia?
Try to be good.
Where was she? When he awoke, he was staring up at the sky. Zenobia looked down at him, frowning.
I probably ought to kill you, but that'd be a bit tawdry, wouldn't it?
She was tossing the glowing stone from paw to paw.
This is pretty.
Zenobia! He shouted, and then he fell back into sleep. On the Farfarer, Renato drank his favorite headache remedy. But it did no good. Zenobia had beaten him again. Oh, he really should have listened to the Iblis Stone in the first place instead of messing around.
Yeah, if we would have listened to the Iblis Stone, Zenobia would be already dead.
What kind of
The Iblis Stone is not a good stone. You become a Dark Renardo. There is a chapter, a story, a scenario where you become Dark Renardo. It was done in the former world, in the old world of the 20%, but it's not the fastest one. But it's a good chapter.
which he'd done his best to leave for Zenobia whenever he could.
We kill everyone. It's a good chapter.
Do with the glowing Iblis Stone. That should terrify him, shouldn't it? But he
Oops.
just felt dull and stupid as he carved his way.
Okay, I managed to skip it. I was afraid because... Oh. Oh.
There were stickers all over the platform for really hot lady foxes, with pictures, addresses, and everything.
So, two blue magicians and they can't do anything. They can heal themselves, so I have to kill them, but they can't fight me.
It was all so unfair. He'd wanted to protect himself, protect the world from the Iblis Stone's hunger for blood and souls. And all he'd done is get mugged. Next time he owned a supernatural artifact that wanted tribute, he'd serve it champagne and caviar.
So, just to show you, if you go right, even on the right side, you don't skip this fight. Okay. I tried to kill the other Raven before this one attacked me, but Ronaldo was too slow. But it's okay, just one shot from a regular Raven. Not a big deal because it will be the last fight, it should be okay to do this chapter, this truth without dying. No, too far away. Okay. So is that the final tooth? And we will have the way unlocked to the true ending. And all the skip I wanted to show you, I managed to show you. Now if I fail the skip in the final tooth, it's not a big deal because you have seen them already before. There was one in the there's something special in the final truth in the true ending.
The Iblis Stone was black again. A void that seemed to suck all the light out of the sky. Take it from me, Renato. While you still can. Okay. I'll take it, he said. Yes, he thought. This is what it means to be a hero. To save the soul of even his old enemy when it looked like all was lost. He stepped forward to accept the sword from her outstretched hand. She flipped the sword, and the blade went into his gut. As the Iblis Stone sucked his soul into its infinite darkness, he could vaguely hear a voice, something like Zenobia's chuckle. Sucker.
So each line is a truth,
He lost again.
and we will have the four truths here.
There was burning Uber.
Wait for the save.
He still had all his destinies ahead of him.
Okay, I have the bug. Sometime here, if you try to... Here, I'm pushing the button, I'm mashing, but just doesn't react, doesn't work. At least the cancel button works. So you go back, and now it works. I don't know why, it's a bug. You can't use the controller if you try to skip this cutscene too fast. I don't know how it works. But if it's happened, at least the cancel buttons work. So... And you continue the game.
Over the Isles of Boreal
So it's not a big deal if it happens to you. Just go back and do it again,
was in trouble.
and it will work.
Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel.
So now for the true ending, a key will appear in the choice. Follow the key to have the true ending. Don't mess up when you're in the final chapter, because if you mess up, you can lose a lot of time.
He was sure
I will explain you why.
to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster.
Dark Renado.
Maybe you could find a way to use it.
No, you
Take
can't.
its power without
Don't
surrender.
mess with the Iblis Stone.
And also,
You can't control the Iblis Stone. The Iblis Stone control you.
of course,
So the key.
Renato had
Choose the key.
a strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Yeah. The key. And once again, the key.
Finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause.
Here, if you've messed up, in fact, you can choose the other Lapino if you want to discover other truths in casual gaming. But here we want to finish the game, so the key.
Put his paw on when he realized
And we can't skip this one. Yeah, there was a strange skip in the first chapter here. I don't know if I will have it,
the rabbit
but I know I have it in my PB, so if I don't, I will put a link of the description of the special part.
the abyss in flames. If Renato could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered,
It's not a skip, it's a strange thing that is happening in the game. I don't know exactly why.
how had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had taught Renato out of
Oops.
prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
Oops. Not the fastest fight, but it's okay.
The rabbit resented him.
It will be here.
He was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else.
First of all, the skill, really important.
He wasn't a happy camper.
Unlock all this column.
This is payback.
All this column. You want that. What is going on here with this skill is that when your combo will reach 20, 30 with 1 point, but here you will have enough points to unlock all. So it will be when your combo reach 20, every shot, every hit you will make to an enemy will kill him. Even the one with the shield. Even the one with the shield, if you hit him on the shield, he will die. And the final point, these things are not useful in the speedrun. Not really. No, it's not useful. No, not useful. So, with the final points we unlock, we have on 1 here, and generally we have 1 more in the final chapter. We will gain, we will earn. We took so much HP. If you don't want to buy HP, you just want to skip that to gain some time, you can. But generally we take some HP because it's safer. So here, I don't know if I will have it. Open the door. I don't know how it works exactly. Dash. No, I don't have it. I will make the I will put a link in the description of this part because you can actually skip this fact, but not really. I'm doing the fight and I will explain a little bit after. Okay, I have 20, so no, they all die. You see? So,
Ravens were landing everywhere.
you have to do something. Okay, I can go back here. I don't know how it works, but when I do that and I go quick here, the fight doesn't spawn.
And they'd probably
The fight is keep here. But here, when I go there,
careful about how he played Lapino.
you see there is no fight. There is no fight. But
Rabbit.
if I skip this one, there will be a fight here. And this fight here is really quicker. There is not a lot of enemies. So I'd rather having this fight here than before. But I don't know exactly how this skip works exactly. When I have it, I'm happy. But if I don't have it, it's okay. But generally, I just dash here to go here as quick as I can. If I pass there, it's okay. I have the skip. So I put a link in my description of a clip or of a time code of my run to see how it works, and you will see that this fight is really quick. It's really quick.
There was still no sign of Lapino. Not a hair. Not a pellet.
But this one, you always have this fight.
Further down the road. That didn't seem like him.
Yeah, I made something stupid. I saw I was 15 combo. I tried to farm to have 20, but I didn't manage to do that properly. At this point of the game, generally I fight as I'm used to do, and when I have the 20, I kill the enemy. You can farm the 20 by doing normal shot on Raven. So you have 1 combo, 2 combo, 3 combo, 4 combo, and you can have the 20 quite fast. I don't do that, but if you want to do that, it's a good way to have some safe fights. Because when you have the 20 combo, you just one-shot them. Do as you wish, do as you wish. I don't think that farming the 20 combo is the fastest one. But if you want to do it, do it.
Damn ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them. Bloody and exhausted, Renato finally
So here, don't mess up. You have choices.
shuffling his favorite.
Just wait for the end of the cutscene. Skip the cutscene.
Ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan.
Yeah, I didn't tell that, but every time there is a dialogue, I skip the B button to skip even when I can't skip the fight, the dialogue or the cutscene. So here, don't mess up, because I just waiting the narrator to end this line,
Third might blow himself.
which is quite long. This one,
Yes, that was it.
yeah. If you take that, if you take Lapino here, if you say to Lapino, you are a traitor, and I know you are, you will do a chapter, and at the end of the chapter, you will die. And you will go back here, I think. It's a huge time loss. It's not a good choice. To continue the game, you have to do that. If you take that, you do a chapter, and no matter what you do, you will die. Reynaldo will die. Lapino will call a lot of Raven. So, the core, which is a good thing because the core is quite quick.
Right. Now, all Renato had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then,
Reynaldo plan in the final in the trending is quite crazy,
run
but
away with him instead of going back to her father.
in a certain way it will work. But it's a crazy plan.
It did sound a little risky, but Renato had a feeling it would work out somehow. It always did.
Okay, there is a fight here.
Mustache.
Sorry, must dash. There is sometimes a bug with the 20 combos where when you reach 20, well, you reach 20, you lose the 20, but just after you regain the 20. It's quite strange. I don't know how to set up that. In the final fight, it could be useful, but sometimes you have that. You can lose a 20 combo if you hit or if you don't manage to hit your enemies quite quick enough.
Think you're hot enough.
Here I wait, because here always the cycle is always the same. The Goggler is watching you, and lot of damage if you go too fast. Here you have a red chest. In red chest you have some jewel. There is one here.
Sweet.
Well, this jewel is not useful.
All he needed now was a
I always skip this red chest. There is only one jewel that can be useful, is a shield breaker. I don't know what is the name in English. The shield breaker, if you hit someone with a shield with your sword, the shield will be broken. Which is it's a good skill. It's a good jewel. But we don't farm red chest in the 1%. I don't open this chest because just one jewel, which is RNG, will spawn, and generally it's not useful.
Renato was halfway to Zenobia's encampment.
And even if you have the shield breaker now, you have enough way to break a shield. So the shield breaker now won't be that useful. So just keep the chest. It's not, you won't use it.
Oh, it was all going according to plan, thought Renato. Now he just needed Zenobia on his side. Yes, that was
So don't do what I did. Don't open the chest.
Stone. Zenobia could get it, and then the Emperor would have to pursue them. Wait, no. The gem would corrupt anyone, even her. That's it, he thought. Even Lapino. Even though Lapino was already a traitor, it would turn him against his secret master, the Emperor. He would try to make himself Emperor, and the Emperor would have to defend himself with the core. Boom. He was a super genius.
So don't mess up. So it's in French, but choose Lapino here. Don't send Zenobia for the Iblis Stones. Once again, you will die. Choose Lapino.
This is terrible, Renato told the rabbit. If only I had gone for the Iblis Stone. But now it's lost in enemy territory. He handed Lapino a map. It gives the bearer so much power. We can only hope the Emperor never finds it. What was that? Said Lapino. I think someone's following us. I didn't hear anything. Rabbit ears. You go on ahead. I'll check it out. And with that, Lapino hopped off with the map.
So we don't care about that.
Hey, you were
Okay, once again, oh no.
you blame.
Generally, it's 2 shield here. No. Okay. Whew. Wait. Okay. It's okay. An okay fight. Well, not a good start, but the end of the fight was
Renato slinked through Zenobia's
good
shadow,
enough.
making no sound at all. She was curled up on her bed.
There is a button to skip. I mashed a button to skip, but it just doesn't work here.
How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword.
If we could skip all the cutscene in this game, it would be
Noticed he had a very
a huge time gain. I don't know how much time we will earn
familiar voice. I just wanted to
by
chat.
skipping the cutscene, but it's quite
Did you ever wonder why
great.
the Emperor adopted you?
quite high.
He needs a sacrifice. Someone who truly loves him to make a bargain with the lost gods. That's a vicious lie. He wants to bring them back. That's crazy. Why would anyone... They could make him immortal. An eater of souls. And with that, her eyes widened. She understood. Renato told her how he had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred. How he had slept in a burnt village. At midnight, The Emperor's victims had come to him in his dreams to tell him of the hideous eldritch rituals they'd been sacrificed in. He could still see those kittens and puppies, their wide, sad eyes, their moist noses. You can't prove that. I've got a witness at the observatory. He couldn't tell her. Not yet.
This one we can skip. Please make me dash in the stair.
Who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles. The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up.
May I be able to have the second, the last skill points? I have the feeling my skill points are not that high, and I won't be able to unlock the final one, which will go to the HP, but... Oh, okay.
Barely landed a claw on him. Don't you think I'd know?
We can skip this one. Here, I think it will be the flying boat. Don't listen to me, because I'm so bad at this part. I had the reason in my old run to not being hit by the fireball, but I don't have the reason anymore, and I should work on that. But here you will be on a flying boat, and you have to activate a lever to have some shields that would protect you. But the fireball are quite fast, quite quick. Yeah, it's here.
There was an inscription on the platform.
Okay, I took the first one. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's here. It's not that bad here. Okay, I'm not that bad here today. The final one, it's okay. Oh, come on. I had the 20 combo. I tried to kill all just in front of me to be able to kill the magician, but there was too many of them. I wasn't able to kill the magician before being hit by his spell. But it's okay. Could have been worse. This fight can be tough sometimes. Oh, there was some minerals in the crates. I like to cross these crates, generally it's useless, there is nothing, and here there was minerals. I don't think it can be HP here. In the final chapter, if you lose a lot of HP, the true ending chapter is you don't have a lot of HP in the crates.
Iblis Stone, become super powerful and corrupted, provoke the Emperor into using the core against him, thus blowing up both of them, and hopefully the fleet too. Let me visit your council, she said, shaken. I want to help. Could he really trust her?
Yeah, we can trust Zenobia. So don't go there. Go there. If you go there, you have a chapter and you will die at the end of the chapter. So, huge time loss.
What had Zenobia gone off to do? What was more important than meeting the rebel council? Had he made a mistake, sending her to the ruins? No. He knew they could trust each other. He could trust her because she never broke her word. And she could trust him because she could see right through him. Well,
Okay, let him explode.
she at least didn't have to fight her way through rainstorms of ravens.
So the final fight chapter for the trending, I try to have a lot of HP for the last fight. Because the last fight, we're not that under level, we're just a little under level. With the 20 combo, it's quite good. But if you have a lot of HP, it's better because you can be hit by a lot of enemies in the last fight. The last fight is quite crazy. Oh! Never seen a lot of that much HP in this chapter. Okay, here, this one spawn, he can't attack me. Here, I had the feeling a fight could spawn here, but I think it's not the case. I think there was a fight skipped before Lapino, but I'm not sure of that, in fact. And I always go right just before, but I don't think it's useful in fact. I think there is no fight here. I thought it was an arena for a long time, and that I was keeping a fight by going right, but I try to watch other runs, and I'm not sure it's the case. But here it's a fight. Okay, good fight. I hate this next fight. Not the quickest fight, but at least I'm not being hit. I missed my throw of the Raven on the shielded one. It was completely my timing was completely broken. Here it's okay. Don't go in the aura là. A long fight here. This one can be tough because of the pole. Okay. Okay, I have 20. And you see the 20 combo when you have it. It's quite safe next. So the fight was good here. It was okay. Not the best fight, but it was really okay. And we arrive to the final chapter. For a tutorial, I really thought I would die a lot more during the tutorial. It's a good tutorial. It's a good tutorial run, I would say. Well, in the last chapter, I'm not over yet. I think I will die in the last fight. No, we can't keep this one.
I wanted their blood, not me. The stone did. Why did you take it from Lapino? I had a plan.
You had a stupid plan.
Stupid plan, she said. I'm going to go kill my father now. No, you can't. You'll just take his place. You'll become worse than him. Get out of my way, or I'll kill you too.
And free Zenobia with the power of love.
The Empire had seized his ship. They'd have to take it back.
If I could be full HP for the last fight, would be great. But the last fight, before the last fight, is quite hard. Okay, I have a. Oops. I have a point, so I can have more HP. So this one, if you feel confident enough, you can skip it. If you don't want some HP more, you can skip it. It's technically a time loss. My move was strange, but it's okay. I skipped it. Oh, come on. So I lost some HP before the last fight. But but it's okay. It's not that much right now. So go there. And go there, and you're safe.
And there it Hey, wanna hook up?
Oh, come on. Oh. I hate this fight. I get so high HP before the last chapter. Now I'm almost dead. One thing. Oh, okay. I didn't tell about the upgraded Raven. They are a lot quicker. A lot quicker.
There is a season.
So, and it was really not a good fight here.
And died.
I missed a lot of things. Oops. No, not to the one with the shield, Reynardo. Come on. Okay, die, just die. And they don't attack me now. Okay, I jinxed myself. I said it was a good tutorial run, and now I'm taking some crazy. Oh, come on. Okay, now I'm going to die once more because I don't know why he hooked another enemy and not the one with the shield. I don't know why. Generally, Ronaldo don't do that. When you hook an enemy, he would prioritize the one with the shield. And here, I don't know why he hooked someone else. You see? I hooked and he hooked one with a shield. That was a good fight. Sorry for the little choke. I died because I wanted 75 HP for the last fight. Because with 75 HP you can take 1 or 2 shots. So the last fight. The last fight is crazy. You will meet all the enemies you have encountered in the game. And they will spawn a lot of them. And there is 2 waves. The best strategy is to gain 20 combos and to have it throughout the fight until the end of the fight. Generally that just doesn't work. That just don't work. Because my main problem is Kamikaze. Kamikaze, you can't one-shot them even with 20 combos. They go on the ground and they explode later. And sometimes with the Kamikaze, you want to hit an enemy and Reynardo hits a Kamikaze instead of the enemy you wanted to hit. And it's a huge damage and you lose your combo. And the other thing is sometimes, I don't remember. Yeah, when the Kamikaze are on the ground, you hit an enemy which is next to him with your 20 combo, and you are in the explosion. So you lose your combo and a lot of damages. The Kamikaze are quite annoying in this fight for me, and some other problem can arise. And the fight is quite crescendo. The beginning is quite slow with normal ravens, and it go way faster and faster and way harder and harder. $20. Oh, I lose the combo, I don't know why. Let's put him on the ground. Let's put this one on the ground. Okay, die. Second wave. Okay, I have a lot of shield here. Oh, I missed him. Oh, come on. No, go away. Oh, I'm stuck. Kill this one. I'm grabbing the shields. No, it's okay. It was not a quick fight, but I'm really happy with that. Just wait, I'm going to tell you when the time is.
But they did not go unnoticed.
Time, now, when the screen is changing. It was not a very good fight, but I didn't die. And not dying on this fight is a huge... dying is a huge time loss because the fight is quite long. And you see, I lost the combo, I don't know exactly why, and then the shield are really a huge problem when you don't have the combo, because if you fight them, they just parry your attack. So I use the hook a lot to take their shield and then to throw them. That was my strategy once I lose the combo. Sometimes you have the combo and you have it throughout all the fight, and it's okay, and it just works. And also, I try to use the Kamikaze. When I see Kamikaze, I just put a little hit on him, he go on the ground, and sometimes I have a case, I have a old run when a Kamikaze was on the middle of the arena and killed a lot of mobs, and it was a really good fight. So when I see a Kamikaze, I put him on the ground, I go away, and I let him explode him. There are so many enemies in this fight that generally the Kamikaze kill some of them. Sometimes a lot, sometimes just 2, just 1, but can kill 3 or 4 sometimes. It's really good. So it's the end of the run. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. I'm going to make some time code, I think, to so that better ordered. I should put some link in the description too of the skip I didn't add in the runs, but I hope you enjoyed it. If that covered any truth. If you want to just run any truth, it's okay. You have this tutorial as it covered. You have the any percent, you have the skip where you can skip some fights, some explanation. Concerning the fighting strategy, I gave you my own. If you have another one and you think it's quicker, just do it. Fight you the way that is the most fun for you. If you want to grab Kamikaze and throw them, do it. And well, have fun with this game because it's really a funny game. Thank you for listening to me and have fun.